So admittedly, it took me years to understand this little tip about calories and how you can actually make fat loss a hell of a lot easier without ever restricting your favourite foods or your social life. But I'm about to teach it to you in less than 5 minutes because I'm a top guy. Your calorie target is not a daily target, despite what you've been told by probably a few fitness wankers out there in the past. It's actually more like a weekly allowance or a weekly average that you're supposed to be looking at instead. And when I finally learned this, it genuinely changed everything for how I go about getting into shape, but also how I teach my clients to get into shape as well. Because most people treat their calorie target like a strict daily spend that they need to be hitting every single day and they can never go past, else they're going to fuck it completely. So for example, they need to hit 2,000 calories a day, and then one day they eat 2,500 or 3,000 calories, meaning they think they've completely fucked it and there's no point in carrying on until starting again on Monday. May as well inhale a whole Domino's pizza and just crack on again in the new week. But that's not how fat loss works. It's actually a little bit more flexible and a little bit more lenient than that. And once you understand this tip that I'm about to tell you, it makes your social life a hell of a lot better. It makes events easier to navigate. It makes meals out way more implementable into your diet. It just makes fat loss a shit ton easier because it means that you don't have to sacrifice 95% of your will to live to do so. So once again, your calorie target is a weekly allowance, not a daily limit that you need to be strictly adhering to. Fat loss happens over time, over the course of weeks, months. It doesn't happen day to day. It's not like a 24-hour window whereby your fat loss resets after midnight. Your body and your body fat responds to energy balance over the course of days and weeks. So for example, if your daily target that you've been given by MyFitnessPal or NutriCheck or your coach or whoever it is 2,000 calories a day, because your maintenance is about 2,250, meaning that 2,000 calories a day is a 250 calorie deficit. Hopefully you're following along already, because if you're not, honestly, there's no point. But let's just say that it's 2,000 calories a day, okay? Now, this isn't just 2,000 calories a day, else you fail. It's actually 2,000 calories times 7 days of the week, meaning that it's 14,000 calories over the course of the week. 2,000 times 7. That is your real target, 14,000 over the course of the week. That's your allowance. And how you distribute that allowance is completely up to you. You can be as flexible as you want, provided you stay within that 14,000 over the course of the week. So let's say you're like me and you enjoy a good night out on a Saturday evening with your mates and you don't like getting back until 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, or you enjoy meals out at the weekends, or you just enjoy a certain day of the week, maybe Sunday when you can't be fucked and you just want to order a takeaway. And you'll get to the end of that day and you'll look at MyFitnessPal and you'll be disgusted that you can see that you've consumed 3,000 calories. Your brain would then go, oh, look what you've done. You fucked it. Diet's completely ruined. There's no point in sticking to it now. But the thing is, you haven't. You've not fucked it at all. You've just used 3,000 calories from your 14,000 weekly allowance. That's it. You've not screwed your metabolism, you've not failed, and you've not put on 17 million kilograms overnight. You've simply allocated and distributed more calories for that day. So now let's use a little bit of maths to find out how to rectify it and what that means for your overall fat loss progress. So if we break it down, your weekly allowance is 14,000, and on Saturday, let's say for example, you consume 3,000. That leaves 11,000 for the remaining 6 days of the week, Sunday all the way through to the following Friday. This means 11,000 divided by those 6 days works out at roughly 1,833. So instead of smashing off 3,000 calories on the Saturday and then just returning to your 2,000 calorie target from Sunday up until Friday, instead try and hit 1,833 calories from Sunday through to Friday. If you do that, then over the course of those 7 days, in spite of the fact that you deep throat 3,000 calories on Saturday night, you'd still be averaging 2,000 calories a day, which also means you're still going to be in a deficit, and therefore you're also still going to be losing fat. The only difference is that you didn't have to sit in that restaurant on Saturday night and eat chicken rice and sadness. You actually got to enjoy your social life, enjoy some good food and drink some alcohol and have some fun with it. And if that's worth going down to 1,833 calories from 2,000 for 6 days out of the week, you know what to do, don't you? Most people quit diets because they assume that one high calorie dense meal means failure, but it doesn't. It just means you've got to adapt a little bit to it. You've got to start navigating the rest of the week a little bit better. You start to distribute calories alongside days differently, lower calories on some days, higher calories on some days, in order to make it so that you don't have to sacrifice your enjoyment to do so. And you also have to stop saying, fuck it, I'll start again on Monday, just because you might eat or drink more than usual. You've just got to look at the week from outside in, take a zoom out approach, see what you can do in order to make it so that you can stick to that 2,000 calorie daily or 14,000 weekly average, and then just be smart about it going forward. If you understand this weekly model of approach, then there will be no guilt to your social life or enjoying your favourite foods. There'll be no panic and no stop starting again routine. Instead, it'll be more like, cool, that happened, I'll just readjust for the next few days. This is ultimately how I've helped over 200 people get into the best shape of their life, confident as fuck, happy as fuck, without ever sacrificing their social life, their favourite foods, or their weekly enjoyment. Because fat loss isn't about sacrificing these things or wanting to slam your head into a stalagmite every day because you've got to survive on broccoli. It's about navigating and balancing your life so you can include both. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. If you want some more free fitness and fat loss tips without any of the bullshit, make sure that you're either subscribed to this channel to check out future content, or following my Instagram at k.p_health. And if you want some more in-depth tailored advice on how we can help you get into the best shape of your life without ever restricting your favourite foods, sacrificing your social life, or dropping 95% of your will to live, then follow the link in the description below, fill out the form, and I'll be in touch with you personally to show you how exactly I can help you do that. In the meantime, have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Peace.